Welcome to Dr. Dispatch Tutorials. Today's video we're going to show you how to use the factoring portion of Dr. Dispatch and use it with QuickBooks. Of course, you can't really use factoring unless you use QuickBooks because it's a fee or an expense tucked away in an account, and we don't do accounting in Dr. Dispatch. So assuming QuickBooks is already installed, Dr. Dispatch is installed, QuickBooks is already integrated and been used, these would be done in the prior videos. And once you're to that point, we're ready to turn on the factoring. Go into System Setup in Dr. Dispatch, and you'll go to the Preferences tab, Preferences, Factoring. Now, trucking, I've got it kind of set up. We can turn it on or off with a check mark. You put in your percentage, you use the decimal point here. This would actually represent 3.5% per bill, 0.035, whatever it is. We can only do one rate. We can't do a different rate for every customer. It's just too involved. If you would like to subtract the factor fee from the line haul before you pay a percent driver, you can do that with this box. Most important probably is to make sure you put some sort of remit to instructions. This will print on every invoice, will print in red, and this way the check will go to the factoring company because you've already been paid at this point probably by the time they pay the invoice. So get what you need in here, simply type it in, and once these three items are done, close, and Dr. Dispatch is ready to go. Now, since we're on the Dr. Dispatch side, let me just take a minute to show you how easy it is to use. Any load can be factored or not. You're in control. You don't have to factor all, just the ones you tell it to. So we'll just go to any existing load in here that has a rate, and those are split loads. We'll take this load, just go in here and yes to change the rate. Put a check mark in your factor load. You do not have to calculate it. You can just hit close or OK and it'll do it, but we'll calc it, and that'll be the rate coming off of there, off of the invoice due amount. Now we'll hit OK on this, go back in if you like, and we'll look at this, and the factor fees once again in here. It's not going to reflect anything off of what's owed. That customer still owes you the full amount. This is an internal amount you'll lose as a factoring fee. Dr. Dispatch's invoice will not show any deductions for factoring fees. We don't want to show that to the customer, obviously, so it's just going to be an internal thing. You'll see it in QuickBooks. To finish up now, we got the Dr. Dispatch side ready to go. Now we have to do the QuickBooks. We have to do first a new account, if you don't already have one, for factor fees. That would be an expense. So I'm going to right click, do new. It's a type of expense, continue. We give it a name, and we'll call it factor fee. And save and close. That gives us a new account, an expense account to use, and the final thing we do is go to our line items. Remember, these things are chart of accounts, item list, all under your list menu. And we'll go to our line item list, right click, and do a new one. And this is a little different than what you've done before. This is a discount. Very important. It won't work if you don't get the right type. Give it a description. Factor fees. I guess actually, if I spell here, not that it matters, we'll call it factoring fees, and it doesn't matter if the name's the same. What is important is to get it attached to the factor fee account we made. So a line item called whatever you like. Most important, hook it to the proper expense account in this case. Must be a discount for it to work. Hit OK, and you'll see it added to your list. The type is different. It's a discount. It goes to that account. All connected in. Now, okay, before we actually use this, let's go set up the QuickBooks interface. System Setup. Go to QuickBooks Setup. Setup now. Everything should be set up already. For otherwise, we're just adding something and making a change. Make sure you're on trucking, brokerage. They're both pretty much the same. Big thing here, make sure you check mark discount items. Otherwise it's just going to pull back items of a type service. These all are different types, and we don't want to pull back anything that we don't need, so we have these check marks up here. So check that, hit refresh, and it should bring in your new factor fee line item down here once it gets refreshed here. So just basically spell it, factor fee. As I've always said, make sure it's in the list twice there. Save your changes. That part's done and ready to go. Now we can test it. We'll go over here to export. Let me reverse one real quick that I've been using. Let's just use this 236. We're going to process this. No evidence of the discount that you get. The money for factoring is not listed anywhere on the invoice for the customer to see. Remit to is here. It is important. Some people use a rubber stamp. Some people may have nothing at all, but it's there if you need it. There again, it's set up. Print your invoice, process it, export it to QuickBooks. Wait for it to go and get your report. Now we're not going to look at the report, nothing to see there. No mention of the factoring fee there either. Everything's done. Now over in QuickBooks, we go into the Customer Center. I believe it was Ozark Jeep. 236 is our invoice today. And we'll double click and have a peek at that. And flat charge, unload, and there's your factor fee. It's only visible here. QuickBooks wants to do your math on your income, which is your invoice here. Now there again, if you were printing an invoice from here, you couldn't help but have this on here. So anyway, minus 89.25, that's 3.5% on this bill. The amount due is the balance down here. And when you get paid from the factoring company, this is what you'll end up with. So everything should match. No overages and little adjustments to make. Alrighty, so that's it in a nutshell. Set up a new account for factoring fees, 1. 2, set up a new line item. It must be of a type of discount. Connect it to your factor fee expense account. That's the QuickBooks side. Dr. Dispatch, you'll need to do the QuickBooks setup we went over. Refresh and bring in the new discount line item. Let me run back over this real quick again. So set up now, trucking or brokerage, and hit your refresh. There again, this has already been done, and I did not make the check mark up here. Now, good education. I didn't check discount. What happens? It's not in the list. Check that. Refresh again. Factoring fees, because it's a discount type, will come into the list this time. Simple as that. Working fast today. So there's your factoring fee back because of the check mark. Save, close, ready to go. Piece of cake. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.